big problem with most Pestilence builds is they are great in groups, but as a solo player, you are going to die. A lot. But not with this build, where every piece of gear has been carefully selected and buffed to within an inch of its life to deliver the best damage output, crowd control and survivability that money can buy. And I'm going to tell you all about it in just 4 minutes. This build delivers damage in 3 ways: through weapon damage, ticks from the Pestilence which scale off your weapon damage, and ticks from the Vile Mask which scale off your concussion grenade damage and status effect attribute. A Walker Harris backpack with the Talent Companion buffs weapon damage by 35% when activated. Contractor's Gloves adds another 25% weapon damage and also 8% damage to armor, which does increase the damage done by Pestilence and Vile Mask ticks. Picaro's Holster provides the dual benefits of 15% weapon damage and 170,000 armor, and also 10% skill haste, which is incredibly important to the build. Stay with me to find out why. Vile Mask ticks are triggered through the Banshee Pulse, which is unlocked with the Gunner specialization and applies the Disorient status effect, which I think is one of the best crowd control effects in the game, with its long duration of 6.5 seconds. Sounds pretty fantastic, doesn't it? A skill that CCs and delivers damage, but why stop with just that? For my chest piece I'm using the Closer, which comes with the Perfect Spotter talent to amplify all damage by 20% to pulsed enemies, which the Banshee Pulse triggers. This amplified damage applies to all of the dot damage I do. I've also rolled this piece to add another 15% weapon damage. You may also spot that this one comes with 12% skill haste, and I'm using a skill haste mod. I hope you remembered that this was important, because I've also rolled the Contractor's Gloves, Picaro's Holster and my knee pads Emperor's Guard to skill haste, getting me to slightly over 100%. Why so much? Well, with a 20% skill duration from the Emperor's Guard knee pads, my pulse duration is sitting at 14 seconds, and the cooldown on the Banshee Pulse is 14.7 seconds, leaving me with almost no downtime at all on the amplified damage buff from Perfect Spotter. And if I ever find the holy grail of maxed out skill haste mods, there would be none at all. While rolling more of these attributes to status effect would result in more damage from the Vile Mask, the extra damage I get from Pestilence ticks and being able to CC enemies more often is a much better trade-off. Status effect should be the priority though for all other available attributes on your gear, or weapon handling to improve the accuracy, stability and reload speed of the Pestilence. The other thing that the Emperor's Guard knee pads deliver is 1% armor regeneration. This build needs high weapon damage to work, so there is no room for more than one defensive core. In order to stay alive, I am using the crowd control of the Banshee Pulse and healing from this armor regeneration and a fixer drone. This drone also activates the companion talent on my backpack and its weapon damage buff. As mentioned, I'm using the Gunner specialization, which also comes with some really great buffs for the build: 10% armor on kill, bonus armor, ammo regeneration, rate of fire increase, reload speed increase, more crowd control, and a weapon handling buff that is very useful to have with an LMG. I don't use it much, but I am running a Vector as my secondary weapon, rolled with Flatline of course, for the synergy with the Banshee Pulse. This is a build that I've been wanting to perfect for quite some time, so I'm glad I can share it with you now. It is a very unique build I've not seen used before, much like these ones here that you really must try out.